Hey, what is up, guys? Kid from Sunset Park, and you may be noticing something majorly different on the screen for you guys today. No Call of Duty, no GTA, no Minecraft. We're stepping into a completely new game that happens to be an amazing, immense amount of fun, which is Happy Wars. And although many people haven't heard of the game yet, I'm sure this game will be catching on in popularity because it is so much fun. And to let you guys know, this is only for the Xbox. I'm pretty sure I have an Xbox, and I don't think my friends who have PS3 have the ability to download it. But on the Xbox, a game like this is free. 100% free, guys. You don't have to spend any Microsoft points on the game itself, but of course there's extra downloads that are optional in the game that you spend Microsoft points on, but again, that is optional. The game is 110,000% free. But the thing is, I say get it now because the game is growing in popularity. It is growing immensely. Day by day, you're seeing more people join the server. And I got it when it was about 4 months after release, and there was not a lot of people on there. I would say about 10,000 people on the server, and it is growing every day. So it might become a paid game sooner or later. So basically, what the game is, it is kind of like League of Legends. If you ever play that, you build spawning towers in the middle. And I know it's not exactly like League of Legends, so you League of Legends fans out there, don't chew me out on this, but it has some of the similar characteristics, and I heard that because my cousins play League, and they say there's similar characteristics, similar spells, and stuff like that. But again, it is 100% free, and it is sick. So right now, I'm using the Warrior class, and basically, I have an axe, and I'm just chopping people up. The axe itself is pretty damn good. It's the Axe of Champions, if you know what I'm talking about. If you do have this game and you're wondering what weapon I'm using, it is the Axe of Champions, and I really am enjoying this game, excuse me. It's a good break from COD, and the thing that really interests me also is it has Call of Duty characteristics where, like, there's prestiges in the game. You level up after every game, you get a certain amount of levels, and you can prestige. And right now I'm changing the attacks that I have. You change the attacks by hitting LB and A or B, whichever you have unlocked, and they're basically like kill streaks. You can think of them in that sense. If you play Call of Duty, you get them after you rank up, you get them after you do some certain number of challenges and stuff. And there are 3 different classes you could be in this game. You could be a cleric, a mage, or a warrior. Clerics basically build things, and by building things, I mean you could build bridges and cannons and stuff like that. And the main objective of the game itself is to go into the castle and the enemy castle and destroy their main spawning tower. Or if you can't do that, have control of, there's 3 towers on the board, have control of 2 of the 3, or whatever you need to do to win the game. And basically, it's immensely fun. It takes a bunch of strategy to play. If you're rolling with a team, it's so much fun. It's a great teamwork game. You have to use strategy to try to get into the castle and destroy the main spawning tower. So I can't wait to upload more videos like this because I feel like this is a great game that needs to be out there more, that is kind of overlooked at this point. And as you guys can see, I'm heading towards the enemy spawning tower right there, and you guys can see you could kind of spawn trap them at their tower. But it doesn't always work out because they will gang up on you and they will destroy you. So back on topic of the different class setups. With the cleric, you could build stuff to get into the enemy base, such as ladders. You could build like a bulldozer to knock down the main gate. Or you can, build different things to help ease the battle along, like I said, cannons and bridges and stuff like that. With a mage, you could basically cast spells and do, kind of stuff like that. I'm not too sure what the class does, itself. I never really played as a mage, but, you specialize a lot in spells and, cool stuff like that. And the warrior is just straight up warrior like you would expect. You basically just attack people, and you don't really have any special abilities besides the ones that you get after you level up and stuff like that. But you guys can see the battle is very hectic. There's a bunch of spells going on. I just used one of my power-ups right there, which stuns the enemy and has them run away from me, and that's just so I can regain health and go after this guy and attack him some more. So again, the game is really, really fun, and it is getting really popular. So I suggest, if you guys like games like this, you like team strategy games, you and your friends definitely get it. You guys will have a great time. If you're into Call of Duty, you like ranking up, you get that thrill every time you rank up like I do, you'll have huge fun playing this game. Like I said, there's prestiges and stuff like that, so the game really doesn't, lack in fun, and there's a good variety of maps. I would say there's about 5 to 7 maps, and they're very big. This one that I'm playing on right now is not the biggest. It's about a medium-sized map, and there are fairly big ones out there that you can play on. And again, if you're into the computer games, the MMO computer games, and you do have a console and you don't want to be, a typical Call of Duty player, like a lot of people call Call of Duty players nowadays, definitely get this game. You guys will have fun. Like I said, I was never into these type of games, never played League, never really played RuneScape or anything like that, but I was convinced, I was talked into it, like I'm talking you guys into it right now, into getting it, and I enjoy it so much. I love getting on, I love playing it. So I'm going to talk to you right now about some of the gameplay features and some of the in-game options that you can have and some downloadable content that they offer with this. In-game, you could level up your weapons by going to like the buff shop and level it up, put different buffs on it, just like enchanting a weapon in Minecraft, except you get to pick what you want. So that's pretty cool. You also get to just level it up, make it stronger, stuff like that. The weapon I'm using now has about a 500 attack, and I think that's on a scale of 1,000, but I'm not too sure. So it's one of the better weapons in the game. And how I got this weapon, how I acquired it, you go to the Happy Spinner, which is basically a spinner. I'm going to try to get some gameplay of it later on, probably upload it later in the day today if I can get some footage. But you bet on what you want, so they'll give you weapon, armor, shield, accessories, or a helmet. You place your bet, you spin it, and I landed on the weapon category of the spinner, so it's all about probability, and I ended up getting this weapon. You could also get actually amazing weapons out of the Happy Packs, which is basically you pay Microsoft points and you get Happy Bucks, which lets you get Happy Packs, and through those Happy Packs you could get some of the elite of elite weapons and some of the most elite shields, armor, stuff like that. And that is the only thing in the game that costs Microsoft points, and I think it's like some 1,600 for 240 happy tickets, and each pack is 18, so you get a bunch of packs, and it is well worth it. I spent about 800 Microsoft points on this game, and I got some pretty good stuff, so I'm well addicted to this game. Again, like I said, it's a great break from Call of Duty. It takes my mind off of, the constant gunning and running and gunning and stuff like that, and it's a good break. I love going back to Minecraft, as a break from Call of Duty as well, but this game still allows that combat that I love. I love combat. I love ranking up. I love, having the ability of, outplaying someone and just slaying them, and this game is a perfect substitute. And like I said, they probably will make this a paid game in the future, maybe in due time, actually, pretty soon, because again, like I said in the beginning of the video, it is growing in popularity. It is becoming a huge game, and right now what I'm using like a spell thing. You get it when you hit Y, and basically what you can do is your players come on and they hit Y as well, and you launch an attack, and you could launch different attacks, and basically I'm not too sure what this one did, but I know for the warrior class you have one that allows you to become like a human shield, and you guys move out like Spartans, and it's pretty cool. Again, the developers of this game, they did a great job with it. They really focused on some of the most amazing aspects of the game, and right now you're seeing lightning arrows being shot at us, and that's another spell. I think only the mage gets that. So again, if you like being a mage and you have this game, that's something that you can do if you didn't know that. But again, if you're kind of hesitant on getting the game itself, I do suggest getting it. I do suggest going out of your comfort zone, because again, I wasn't too comfortable playing a game like this. I wasn't too sure that I would enjoy a game of spells and what I thought would be witches and wizards and stuff like that, like dumb stuff. I'm not into that, but this game really just captured my interest, and I enjoyed it. So guys, the video is wrapping up. Hopefully you enjoyed Happy Wars. I plan to bring more gameplay on this, so if you're a fan, definitely click the like button. Again, if you're not a fan of the game, just let it grow on you. And right now we're attacking the big tower, that's what it's called, and we do get the victory here, so I'll leave you guys with the victory. But like I said, if you are a fan of Happy Wars and you have the game, make sure you give the video a like, and if you don't have the game but enjoyed the video, give it a like also. And if I truly did deserve it, guys, a favorite would be much appreciated. And if you haven't subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button. It helps me out a bunch. Also, recommend this to your friends. Post it on Twitter, Facebook. I don't really care what you guys do. Just get the video out there if you enjoyed it. But that's the video, guys. Again, hopefully you enjoyed. Kid from Sunset Park. Enjoy the rest of your week. I'm off to the Ranger Devil game. I'm out. Peace.